Please work. Okay, thank God. We're good. We're fine. We're back. Happy Friday! Happy... I'm trying to think of an Ace Attorney related name or term that starts with F in relation to this game, but I cannot think of anything, so it's just Friday. It's just Friday. Oh God. Ay, ah ha 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 ha. Ah. God, I really need to like stretch more or something. I am so... I think I pulled a muscle yesterday by just stretching wrong. And it wasn't even really stretching. I just like... I don't know, my leg was like I tensed my leg weirdly and suddenly just pain. Suddenly just pain. I don't know what I did, but I did something. Mania, welcome in! Dun 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 finally ended. It was fun, still worth rewatching. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I still have not watched it. But again, only are good things. Oh God, I have something in my eye too. I was actually up at a, I guess, decent time, and decent for me is like 1 p.m., which honestly, not too bad. Could have been worse. I woke up literally like right in time for the Genshin 5.3 live stream. I missed like the first minute or so, or the first part, the Lantern Ride part of the trailer. Because I forgot it was today, and then suddenly I saw a notification of like one streamer that I follow. He was watching it live, and I was like, oh God, fuck. And I just sprinted, I just turned my laptop on and immediately opened it. It was good. It was really good. 5.3 is gonna be it's gonna be amazing. I have a feeling. Joshua, welcome in. I am very hyped for 5.3. Definitely. It's gonna be Lantern Ride final. Is it just gonna be I don't remember if the Archon quest is just going to be one big Act 5, or if we're gonna have Act 5 and 6, if we're gonna split it up. I don't actually know. But yeah. I am very much looking forward to it. Probably gonna I'm definitely gonna pull for Mavuika. The others, not really. Probably not really. But I should get back to playing and actually farm. I only have like 30 or 40-ish pulls, which it's not gonna be enough because I have 0 pity and I do not have it guaranteed. So I really gotta get back into log back into Genshin. Words. Ha. Just before the last episode was released, they already announced the release date for Season 2. Fastest Season 2 announcement ever. Wow. I'm trying to think, what's like the fastest that I've seen a second season or a continuation of any kind announced? I mean, like, for a series, I guess, that isn't, you know, one of the bigger ones. I mean, Link Click was pretty... Link Click wasn't that fast. Windbreaker got its second season announcement decently fast. I mean, honestly, like anything that's under a year or under 6 months after, you know, a season releases, I feel like is pretty damn fast. Meanwhile, there's other series that have gotten their announcement and still nothing. Nanbaka Season 3 was announced in 2017, and it's gonna happen someday. Trust. I hope Ace Attorney continues to grow. Same, me too. Ace Attorney 7 when? PSM, welcome in! Trying to make Ace Attorney characters in The Sims 4, but none of the hairstyles work. Dude, I tried that a while back. Genuinely, I got Sims 4, And I was like, I wanna make Ace Attorney characters in The Sims, but it just does not work. It just does not work because not a single hairstyle fits even remotely. I tried making Clavier and I gave up because nothing fit. It it just does not work. Ace Attorney is too wacky for The Sims. Can't wait for Professor Layton and the new World of Steam. I've never actually, you know, I'm realizing that I've never played a Professor Layton game. It might not be my thing because I think it's just mostly puzzles and stuff, but Science Saru no Dandadan is gonna do so well. They prepared season 2 while season 1 was still airing. I mean, hey, listen. If you know, if it works, it works. Oh, also, this week might be another weekend bunch, another weekend bulk, because there was no stream on Wednesday because my sister came over to visit, and she always comes over, like she's always here around the time that I would usually stream, so like 5 to 7-ish p.m. So I was thinking there might just be 2 streams this week, which would be, you know, Friday and Sunday. However, yesterday? Yes, yesterday. Or sometime this week. I had an idea. Because, you know, we had our HSR tier list stream last week, which I am already, like, part way done to editing. It's almost fully cut. I just need to, you know, edit it beyond just cutting everything together, I guess. You know, like some finer details and stuff. And then it should be out fairly soon. I still have not. I've gotten back to editing the Ace Attorney 4 highlights, the second part of it. But I've not made too much progress. I really should. And so yeah, that video is probably gonna be up soon. I was thinking of whether to do it at all because you know, the stream on YouTube wasn't that long, I guess. But I'm just gonna. And I've been thinking because 3.0, HSR 3.0 is like right around the corner, and I was like, I still have like a couple ideas that I want to do before 3.0 releases, before we get a whole new cast. So that if I ever decide to repeat any of these ideas, you know, with future characters, then it's going to be a clean cut, you know? It's going to be a clean cut between 1.1 and 2.0 and 3.0 onward. So, we might have another stream tomorrow. However, it might not quite be a tier list stream. It might actually be a more lore-focused stream. It might be a more lore-focused stream. It's a little idea that I have not seen anyone done yet, but that I think would be interesting, which is seeing if, you know how like every character in HSR has like their own like in-game path, like gameplay related path, like what that's like what they do, you know, like their own category, and those and I wanted to see how many, if any, well, no, definitely some, but how many of the assigned paths that the characters in that game have actually match up with, you know, their lore and what they actually stand for. If it fits, or if it's maybe only partially overlapping, if it's completely the opposite. So we might have a stream tomorrow that's basically just gonna be going through HSR characters and diving into their lore a little bit. Either reading character stories for those that I don't know too well yet, or I'm just gonna ramble off the top of my head. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm probably gonna have 2 streams like that because HSR has 60 characters, and I'm not gonna get through 60 characters in one frickin' stream. But yeah. So we might actually be live again tomorrow as well. I don't know. I want to incorporate because HSR and Genshin are a big part of my brain. So I do want to do more with them on stream as well. I want to get a little more variety in, you know? I want to get a little more variety in. But consistent. Semi-consistent variety, you know? But yeah. There is a crossover between Ace Attorney and Professor Layton. I know. I mean, well, technically, according to Ace Attorney TV, there is not. According to Ace Attorney TV, there is only the trilogies, Miles Edgeworth, and Ghost Trick. Which I still think is really fucking wild, that they included Ghost Trick but not the Professor Layton collab. But I guess, you know, if you can't get it on any other platform, but I mean still, you know? It is wild. Ace Attorney keeps posting the same video on Facebook, which was Ace Attorney TV, and then posts a bunch of their own memes sometimes. Ace Attorney is being weird, they might be up to something. I feel like they're always up to something. Definitely. Most definitely. It's only a matter of time. Surely. Clavier Gavin investigations when? It's gotta be something. Like it's been a while. It's been a while. So I feel like they've got to be planning something, whether it's AA7 or a new spin-off or something anime related. Maybe they were I'm pretty sure they only included the games that were available on like all platforms, which Professor Layton is not. But still, including Ghost Trick, it was kind of funny. it was pretty funny. Yeah, it would be nice if the Layton crossover was available on more platforms at some point. Yeah. Clavier Gavin investigations. Imagine they won't localize this for years. I would get my hands on the Japanese on the Japanese version somehow. I would do it somehow. I don't care. If it exists, I'm getting it. If it's in Japanese, Google Translate exists, and I mean I can read some of it and understand some of it. If it's in fucking Mandarin, Google Translate exists. I just need it. I just need it. I don't care how, but I need it. I feel as though a lot of the loose threads in the second trilogy and maybe the first trilogy could be wrapped up nicely if we get a spin-off of the second trilogy. Genuinely. And like even like my bias aside, a Clavier Gavin spin-off would actually be really good. Like it would do so much for his character, so much for like the inconsistency, the seeming inconsistencies that people have pointed out with his character in, you know, Dual Destinies and whatnot. It would actually be very helpful to Clavier's character, or I guess it has the potential to be. Am I being a little weird? Am I? No. Okay. I'm looking too much at my model again. And it looks like it's a little tilted. I don't know. Oh god. Yeah, they include Clavier, but not or much more rarely like Athena and Nayuta. Surely. Okay, also no, I need to. I need to. Yeah, it is a little twisted. I am twisting a little. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. God, I am so cold. It is so cold in this room, but I don't know. I have an AC, but I don't want to turn it on because I don't know. I just don't wanna. The problem with me and the cold is that I would love to wear warmer clothes, and I do sometimes because they're very comfy, but also I get very sweaty in like the most inconvenient parts of my body. Like if I wear like a t-shirt, and like anything with like longer sleeves or even with sleeves, my armpits get so sweaty. And I could be cold all over my body, but I would have sweaty armpits, and that is so uncomfortable. It is so uncomfortable. So right now, I'm wearing a tank top and, you know, like a jacket, just so my armpits are free, because otherwise it would be so icky. You remain, Latouche. So cold. If I were to look forward to seeing something Ace Attorney related, it wouldn't even be Ace Attorney 7, it would be like an Ace Attorney fighting game. Honestly, based. Based. Very much based. What is... okay, no. Oh, boy. But yeah, we, might have another impromptu stream tomorrow, though I'm not sure yet. But if not, then we'll just be back on Sunday. Next week is also gonna be a little next week it really might just be 2 streams. It's you know, because you know next week is Christmas and also my girlfriend's birthday. There's definitely not gonna be a stream on Wednesday. I think Friday is like the 27th. Or 8? No, the 27th is Friday, so we're probably gonna be back to streaming there. And the 29th on Sunday. Probably not Saturday because I'm meeting up with a friend there. But... yeah. Yeah. I found the perfect Apollo outfit in The Sims 4, but it's the wrong color. That as well, yeah. The outfits in The Sims 4, like 4 Ace Attorney characters specifically, are also very restricted. Happy birthday to your girlfriend? Hell yeah! It's she's kind of unlucky, I gotta say, because her birthday is the 24th. Her birthday is Christmas Eve, which kind of sucks. It does kind of suck. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to be with her probably anyway because long distance relationships, baby. Fucking hate it here. But yeah, it sucks having having your birthday on a holiday that is as widely celebrated. It's not nice. It is very much not nice. But you know, I'm still at least gonna like talk to her. Probably call her. Maybe we're gonna play a game. But yeah, we're gonna try to make the best of it. Oh, also, y'all, I've been getting back into, or I've been wanting to get back into like baking and you know making stuff, making food stuff, homemaking food stuff, and I tried creme brulee for the first time yesterday. It didn't come out too badly. To be fair, I don't fully know like what... I've never had creme brulee, so I don't really know what it's supposed to be in terms of like texture and consistency, but it didn't come out badly. I've discovered that creme brulee is not my thing because although the taste is not bad, the texture I cannot do with the texture. But I tried it, and you know, it turned out fine. It could have been worse, could have been better. Because I want to make it for, I volunteered to, you know, make some dessert for Christmas, because we're gonna have a lot of people over on Christmas, yeah, like family and stuff, and, I was like, you know what, might as well do some, like, dessert. Might as well do something. My sister had one suggestion that's a lot easier, and I'm probably not gonna have to practice in advance, but I thought, like, creme brulee is probably not something I want to make for the first time on the very day, so, you know, yeah. Honestly, yeah, it didn't come out that badly. It was decent. It was all right. Also is... Okay, no, never mind. I thought... I saw the stream, like, preview in the corner of my eye, and I thought it was, like, really behind. But no, apparently that's just on my end. Having a birthday near a gift-giving holiday sucks because your two presents get lumped together. Yeah, that's how it is for her, too. It sucks. Either that or, you know, like, if it's right on Christmas... If your birthday falls right on Christmas, then people aren't gonna be able to come over and celebrate with you because they're gonna be with their own families, ideally. Or, you know, quote, ideally. And, it just sucks. Ivy, welcome in! Hope you're doing well today. So, yeah. I've spent a couple... I've spent, like, two... I've spent Christmas with my girlfriend twice. Just because, you know, like, we're not too big on celebrating. It kind of changes every year, honestly. Sometimes we do stuff, sometimes we don't. Oh, hell yeah, Ivy! It's finally December and not December! Hell yeah, congrats! That means rest! It means rest time, fun time! Hell yeah! Hell frickin' yeah. Oh, dear goodness. Ay, 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 ay. Whew. Personally, honestly, I'm not too big a Christmas person. I don't know. I'm not a big holiday person in general. My girlfriend is more so. She's a bigger fan of days like Christmas and other holidays. Another part, like my girlfriend and me are like literally opposites attract because like we contrast each other in like so many aspects, like our tastes and preferences and everything. It's interesting. It's interesting. I just realized the almost Christmas meme. That's right. It's the almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Also, I realized that as an OnStars fan, I am disappointed in myself that I did not post the "It's going to be Christmas soon" Kato on my Blue Sky or anywhere on social media. I am thoroughly disappointed in myself. But oh well. There's always next year. Same year, did all the exams, wrote every single love story for every essay. Works like a charm. Whatever gets you through. Because I'm doing everything online, you know, because I'm studying online, I can kind of set my own holidays. You know, I can kind of set my own days off. So like there's no real break for me. I just go, you know. And I think I have my next exam like by the end of the month. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind, we're good. Are you gonna put the DLC outfits on the characters? I was thinking about it, but probably no. What are the DLC outfits for this game? Isn't it like Apollo has like his middle school uniform? Nope. Wrong thing. I think doesn't... Yeah, no. No. And Athena has the Trembian one. Absolutely not. No. You don't celebrate Christmas, so in advance, Happy New Year. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big Christmas person, but people around me are, and I mean I don't mind it. You know, I think it's fine. I don't mind it personally. Athena has the worst one in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Tigre one is just funny. Like that's just funny. The Apollo one is kind of cute, and the Athena one, I mean, I get why, because you know, like. Wait, was that case even in Game 3? Was it? I actually low-key forgot. I guess it was, wasn't it? Okay, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but you know. I think it really much it pretty much is just because it's, you know, like that case. I guess they just wanted to make outfits that are themed, except for Apollo. I don't know, honestly. I didn't go to Christmas events because most of the gifts I've been getting are just mugs. I mean, hey, at least you're not gonna have to buy any mugs. I still have to get gifts for, we're gonna do like a, it's not quite a Secret Santa what we're doing on Christmas with my family. It's like, I guess it's like a Secret Santa, but there's no like specific pair up. It's like random, basically. It's like random Secret Santa. So basically, like, you just get a certain amount of like presents, or like little presents. And we kind of just like throw dice to like distribute them. So who gets which kind of present is gonna be totally random. It's kind of difficult to explain. But it's something we do every now and then. It's actually kind of fun, but it means that I'm gonna have to get presents, which I don't do. I literally, I do not buy presents for people. I just don't. The only person that I buy presents for is my girlfriend, and that is mainly, I mean, because she's my girlfriend. So I want to get her presents, but like my family, my friends, everyone, they know they're not getting shit from me because I'm like, I don't know. I get the sentiment, but personally, I'm like, if I want to buy someone something, I'm just gonna do it either for their birthday or just whenever, you know, like whenever I think of it. So, you know. I'm a huge coffee lover, but I'd only use one mug, my favorite one. Honestly, fair. I did, PSM, I did. It's so cute. It is so adorable. The little Mr. Hat, what is it, like a keychain or a charm or whatever it's called. It is so cute. Oh god, my throat did a weird little thing right as I was about to swallow. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. But yeah. Shall we get into the gate? We stopped last time, like, we don't have much of the investigation left. I think we got through, I think, most of our conversation with good old Dats. I love this, how this portion is called, "Hey, Dat's a rebel." And we don't have too much left, at least of this section. We only have some good old psyche logs, some good old psycho logs to break. This OST is so goofy. So, wait, I forgot I have to actually use the thing. Whoops, sorry. Yep, I know, I have to actually use the thing. Whoopsies. Yep. Whoops. Also, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, now. There we go, that's the one. I mean, we've gotta have everything for this one, for sure. Okay, let's see here. That's plan. I'm going to ask you again. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? You can keep asking, but the answer is still the same. I was trying to escape from prison. That's all. But that high priest was a fool. He fell for Dirk's line and sold his own country out. How can you say such things about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope. I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. We never stood a chance against the Garon regime. I am holding my tongue so much right now. Hang on, do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I just said, I couldn't care less about the whole thing. I beg to differ. This wouldn't be here in this room if you didn't feel a thing. Is it flowers? Because I think we saw the flowers on like the windowsill or somewhere. Yep. I heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Khura'in. The High Priest's death hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well... Hee-ho! That's one down. Those flowers don't mean anything, it's just a Khura'inese way of saying goodbye. Why hide the fact that you're mourning his death? You're reading into this too much. I told you I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't even heard from Dirk or the rest of them for a few days. And tomorrow I'm back to... Ooh, objection! Azaki, welcome in and thank you for the Hydrate redeem. Hope you're doing well today. Did you know about the official poll on favorite AJ trilogy characters? Miles won first place, Phoenix second, and Apollo third, Trucy fourth, Clavier fifth. Top 3 got artwork done. I think I actually did see that, yeah. I think I actually did see that. Doing good, doing good? Hell yeah. Tomorrow I'm planning to kiss this kingdom goodbye. No, I know you've been in contact with other rebels lately. And how exactly do you plan on proving that? This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels. I mean, I guess there's that. This? Oh, okay, yeah. I found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? Nope. They brought this food for you at your request. Ho ha ha! So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you? One more? Hell yeah. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawyer Man, I admit it. I requested the grub. But I was just taking advantage of him, that's all. What do you mean? With my face plastered all over the place, I couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. I was gonna kiss this kingdom goodbye tomorrow. I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. Literally. The white-hot flames of revolution definitely still burn on inside of you. That's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. This... Maybe the fact that the law book is... hold on. We got that. Aussie report, forward dagger, family photo, belief statement, term of secrets. That's one thing. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's the only thing that's left, I think. Yeah! First try, baby! Dirk's law book? I'm no lawyer, so what's that got to do with me? Look at the mark branded onto the cover. This mark that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It is Dirk's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yep, so what of it? You have that same mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. I forgot to take it off, that's all. No, as a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hidden the mark yet proves you're still a rebel. Woo-ha! One left. One left. Think what you want, but you don't know nothing about me. No, you're wrong. No, that's wrong. You were... Oh. What was... Hold on, 1 second. One moment there. Just 1 second. There. Let me, Okay, never mind. Never mind. I thought my girlfriend texted me because I have a special ringtone for my girlfriend. But she did not. You wear your heart on your... You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve. Just like me. He's just like me for real. And this is what I believe. We're just gonna show up. The badge! It's actually the right option this time! Badge! When a person's back is against the wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge, you always have the will of the dragon with you. And would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No? No, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. Oh, you know? Good point. Now, admit it. You've never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? That look in your eyes, it's just like Dirk's. Looks like you've got the dragon of the will inside of you too. All right, sir. Speaketh. Ooh, music. I had planned to take you out if you turned out to be on the side of the royals. Beep. But I think I can trust you. I can't believe I was that close to getting shanked there. It's like you said, I have no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you were testing me. You're a foreigner and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned after weeping at the feet of the queen. Fair point. Dragons don't have wills. That's silly. Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. So, what are you doing here anyway? I came to get the secret hideout key from a helper. A secret hideout? Yep, I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk here. The town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. What about the order Dirk was supposed to give you? Gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, I know. Let me make it up to you with this. Is that the... Oh, that was actually a key. It opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. I can't say any more than that. Anyway, hope it helps. This orb is a key? Is that the orb that was in the High Priest's home that the last time we went there it was gone? Or at least I didn't see it. I think... Was it this one? I think it was. Plus, the hideout's in a totally unexpected location. Pumpkin, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. And being that it's super secret, we couldn't have just any ordinary key. I see. Golden orb added to the court record. What's a Dragon Ball doing here? Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms fighting the powers that be. If it'll help you, feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Maya suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Beats me, but whoever she is, she bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops, she's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching you like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go to all that trouble? Our kingdom likes to pretend that its people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with the rebellion. So they resort to framing people for things they didn't do. Love it! Then that Lady Kira figure is... Yep, she's just some lickspittle working for the Garan regime. Wow. Scary man. Oh, he did say that. Yeah. So he was talking about Lady Kira then. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever setups. She's no amateur if you ask me. So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly. The Garan regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think. Why don't the people protest if the monarchy is doing things like that? I mean, number one, they'd have to know it was happening. Number two, they'd have to accept it was happening. Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence, and that. And without that, we can't prove anything. I know the feeling. If I bring this up in court, they'd probably dismiss it out of hand. I'll have to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Our goal? To get rid of that evil, no good Defense Culpability Act. You can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book. The DC Act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool, where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began. Oh yeah, Albie did talk about that, yep. Oh yeah, right. Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he? Oh. That's the official line, but... The official line? Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I'm telling you. He was? I mean, Phoenix, we just talked about false charges. Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. Well, shit. Well, freak. And that's how the DC Act was first passed. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Khura'in. Even worse, it changed the significance of the divination seance. Well, yeah, it's the only thing that matters. They were holding seances in court even before the DC Act? You bet they were! Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. You mean like what I've been doing? Right. It's like Dirk used to say, the royal priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence. I want to say it's unrealistic, but sadly it's true to reality. I mean, yeah, people like go to extremes. People generalize very quickly. People tend to like one person does something bad, and if they belong to a certain group, then suddenly all of them suck. And all of them are insert stereotype and whatnot. Right. See what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing. Insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was banned. Yep. From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that. This kingdom's a shadow of its former self. It's become a dictatorship where the royals use the fear of trumped-up charges to rule. Swing! And that's what Dirk's been rebelling against? Honestly? I mean... is he wrong? He's not wrong! Yep. All we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair, impartial legal system. And there's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime. So that's the truth behind the rebels. PW! My friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the fangs of the Defiant Dragons. It's so goofy. What are you doing, my guy? You're not going to do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I was just getting to that. See ya when I see ya. He just disappears. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? I don't know, but it's so funny. Well, I guess we're friends now. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. Oh, yeah. And back up we go. Oh, finally got out of there. Mr. Wright! I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you. Oh, puppy! Shadow. What happened to him anyway? He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry he wasn't much help. Buddy! Well, did you find anything of worth? Oh, one moment. One moment. Oh, hold on. What is going on over here? Okay, we're fine. Oh, I tripped and fell down there. Must have been out cold for a while. I better keep things to myself for now. I figured as much. I have to find that secret hideout Mr. Rebel was talking about. I should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest. I know just where to go. Because I thought that was weird the first time. That this bird statue over there was missing an eye. Barbed Head, you already searched here, did you not? Oh, I just thought I'd look around again. You know, in case I missed something. I probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home: leave no stone unturned. Oh, yes. You cannot stump me. I know that one. Actually, I don't have a clue. It's written all over your face. Yep. There it is. Tripped and fell? Honey, you are ripped if those samurai outfits are anything to go by. It's a statue of a bird. Guess I'll take a closer look at it. And would you look at that? Hey, this eye is missing. What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason. Well, I have a reason, but sorry. But that shape. Wonder. I knew it. Oh, what? She must be at a loss for words, and that doesn't happen too often. In we go! What is this place? Explain yourself at once, barbed head. I don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. If I'm shocked there's a secret door here, I imagine that goes... If I'm shocked there's a secret door here, I imagine that goes double for Rafa. A rebel hideout in the inner sanctum? Somebody will pay for this. Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around. Wait. You must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see... Fine, just stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much lawyerly drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course. Now, shall we? I will go no further. Oh, right. You're not supposed to come into contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battles. Very good, Barbed Head. I commend you for remembering. Well, thank you! Wait, why am I thanking her? I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I'll be watching you like a warbat from the entrance here. I told you I'm not going to do anything. I better hurry before she changes her mind. Alright, can we just move? Yep. Rebel hideout! Let's... Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Technically, I would like go further back because she would be at the entrance, and I feel like is her text sound also a little bit quieter? I believe this to be the sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water. That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. But what about that warbat revolving door? I wonder if that too was originally intended to hide and protect this sacred place. To think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in this most sacred space. It is a desecration upon Coriolism itself. The Defiant Dragons shall pay for this. I suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. Stop that! You must not take photos here without permission. Rafa's really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it'll go. I guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. She's just an excited girl. She's just excited. Now, to search every nook and cranny. He's even taking up Miles' speech. He's even taking up Miles' phrases. I'm gonna take a screenshot just because. No, I didn't want to record. No. Whoops. Didn't want to record. Opinions on Rafa? I like her. I think she's cute. I'm not a big fan of her trope in general. So I guess, you know, that comes into play. I'm not a huge fan of the tsundere trope is very hit or miss for me. With her, it's a little bit more of a miss, but I still like her. I still like her. Barbhead, just because it is hard for me to see your every move, do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things. I heard you the first time. Sheesh. Alright, let's go left, right to left. The statue door rotates when you pull this chain. I see. Then you must shut the door and destroy its mechanism. That will deprive the insurgents of access to this place. But would that trap me in here? Not to worry. I would come to visit you once a year. Once a year? She's actually serious! Look! What is it, Barbhead? It's a Plume Punisher clock. I believe it's a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers. This rare item plays the Plume Punisher theme song every hour. Hand it over now, Barbhead. She snatched it away from me. How? You're at the entrance. No matter what she says, Reifa is definitely a huge fan. Yeah, I mean, I do think there's definitely some tsundere, like, she's definitely a tsundere to an extent, but she's also just, you know, like a very indoctrinated girl that, you know, very sheltered, very indoctrinated, so that, of course, plays into it a lot. What a fine item! And this switch, if I'm right? Yep. It's the Plume Punisher theme song. Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Plume Punisher fans. That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. Oh. And there's a calendar. There's a Plume Punisher calendar here. Now I understand. The villains in the Plume Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira. I doubt that's it. I dislike Korine's whole hating defense attorneys. It gets really old really quickly. I mean, to be fair, discrimination gets old really quickly. But I think I know what you mean. Oh, there's blood down there. I didn't even see that. So this is the water source that supplies the Inner Sanctum spring. Flows through the channel built into the floor before heading outside. Lady Kira uses this sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. It's also not red like the water in the spring. True. True. Can I not? Okay, I was just a little off. What's this? A blood stain? I should probably try to figure out what happened in here. Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrive. The police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me something just for time. It is time for some good old luminal! Hell yeah! Luminal testing fluid! So you can even detect areas where blood has been wiped up. Might help us figure out what happened in here. Okay, time for science to do its thing. I agree, PSM. It could have been better. Could have been better, but I think it's fine. Okay, tutorial time. I think we're fine. Yep. There's obviously the blood there. I'm assuming because we saw handprints up there. Maybe. No? Oh. This is a huge blood stain. Something big must have happened here. Perhaps the High Priest's blood flowed in there from under the Warbat statue. There was definitely a lot of blood there. But it's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just take a picture for now. Oh, right. The little reactions don't show up in photos. I'll just have to make some notes. Good enough. I didn't notice before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Is it because the Warbat revolving door passed over it? Huh. Interesting. Alright. I feel like this is important, so we're gonna get to that last. Looks like an order from Dirk. What's this? Let me see that. I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here. Let me just check something real quick. Bam 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 bam. Okay. This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Oh, holy mother! What does it say? It is an order intended for that rebel named Dats. It reads, after the rite, infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume. And search for the clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk. He must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. I wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and the bot Immi is no longer able to aid the rebels. I knew that. Sure you did, honey. Sure you did. Okay, yeah, that's definitely something. How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred space? Barbed Head, you must burn it at once. Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything? This is an exception. Very well, if you will not do it, then I will. But your benevolence, I thought you're not supposed to come in here. For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. Hey, there's something under the banner. It's a candle. And a microphone. What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? Huh. Where is this microphone you speak of? Weapon! Weapons! And lots of them too. We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed Head. Oh, thanks. If the rebellion never happens, I hope it's bloodless. Phoenix, I have bad news for you. Okay, I think that's everything besides this one. A large stone slab. It's shaped like a magatama. Looks rather unstable. I bet it'd tip over in an earthquake. I bet it'd tip over in an earthquake. What's that earthy grass-like? I believe that's called moss, Phoenix. It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss. Looks like some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed. I wonder why that is. Maybe because of the, very, very clear handprints on it? Whoa! The slab's starting to wobble. What is happening? What have you done to this sacred space? Nothing! Nothing! All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. Are we not going to point out the handprints on it? Well, I think that covers about everything here. Emma! Hello there! Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. Her benevolence can attest to that. It is your fault for being so slow. I expect the police I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. I mean, she's kind of backing us up. Sort of. Sorry. Well, Barbed Head, have you not already seen enough? I guess it's about time I got back to the temple and go over everything I've learned. All right. Let's go. What do we say? Temple? 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 Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go? Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive. No way. I do not understand, Barbed Head. What don't you understand? Why you did not commit any misdeeds during your investigation? Because that's not my style, honey! After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. Oh, you sweet summer child. Who told you that? My mother. Are you saying she was wrong? Ooh, careful with your words here, Phoenix. Why do I feel like this place looks somewhat special to me? So green. It was very green. Kind of comfy, honestly. Kind of cozy. No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around. What is it? Prosecutor Sadmad, he has need of me. What's going on? I must go perform a divination seance for Perezelot. That is custom for the prosecution. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. And I can't, I mean, of course I can't do that. Jonas, welcome in! Hope you're doing well today. I see. The third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. And I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson. Looks like the royal priestess is back with a vengeance. She's made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court, your benevolence. Your overconfidence will be your downfall. You will not look so confident when I am finished with you tomorrow. So you say. Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Especially without any solid evidence. Why don't we go over everything you know so far? Alright, let's see here. Question, making Trucy right now. Is she a perfectionist? Yes, she is. She most definitely is. At least when it comes to her craft, she is definitely I mean, when it comes to magic, you kind of have to be a perfectionist. But I feel like that also translates over. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Okay, let's see here. Oops, my water is empty. One moment, I gotta refill my water. She's a clean freak? I mean, looking at The Office, I don't know if I would consider Trucy to be a. She is very messy. I bow down to the Trucy experts. Hell yeah! If you're making clavier, I am at your service. Okay, let's see here. Acolyte Zalon was killed during the riot with Lady Kira's dagger. Maya's fingerprints were found on it. That doesn't sound very good. About as clean freak as she wants to be, however, room is still crappy. Yeah, I feel like it's more so like she's got. I wouldn't maybe I wouldn't call it clean freak, but like she's got her own sense of organization and order. I know, it's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. The day before his murder, Zalot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Khura'in. I'll give you a call with questions on Clavier? Hell yeah. None of that sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. What? Really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. I mean, I'll give you the faith part. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence. Albeit, that sounds like something a rebel might say. It does? But if that Lady Kira really is one of Minister Inga's subordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya. Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout. The secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. There was a bloodstain inside, but I don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though. Wow, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum? That would be a huge hit with tourists. This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart. What I mean is that hideout could be important to your case. Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. I'll be the true revolutionaire. Looks like I'm heading into court without any useful evidence. We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Princess Rayfa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help. The divination seance? But I thought it always works against the accused. Not always. Yep. And I mean, hey, that's how we got Alwi off. Scot-free. Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure out that. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir. Divination seances work both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Khura'in find it strange. Mr. Wright, I just want to say good luck tomorrow. Thanks. I can't afford to lose this next one. I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off the win. Rayfa's insights will be the deciding factor. So here's gamble, but it's all I've got. And to be continued. Yes, we are indeed going to continue. May 12th, 9:34 a.m. High Court of Khura'in. Accused lobby. Oh, look at Maya. Okay, we're gonna take a tiny break here. A 10-ish minute break. And then we will be starting the trial. Oh boy. Should I get a snack? I'm feeling kinda hungry. I don't know, I'll see. But, oh dear goodness. But until then. we're back! Ah! I have something stuck between my teeth. Okay, now we're back. Any headcanons on these characters? See, I do, but every time someone asks me that question, suddenly I just cannot think of anything. It's so many like random thoughts and headcanons that come into mind, but the moment I am asked to tell them, it's just poof, gone. The only one that I can think of right now is because many of my headcanons are more on the depressing side, because that's just me. But one of my personal favorite depressing headcanons is Alcoholic Clavier. Because depression and trauma, and I do not trust this man to have healthy coping mechanisms. So there's one. Is there anything else that I could think of off the top of my head? I mean, I'm assigning various of these characters a variety of mental disorders, so I guess that counts. Like, Trissy screams ADHD to me. Or autism. Apollo also screams autism. What was it? That post that I once saw? That like Ace Attorney is just like 50 different flavors of autism. Rockstars do have a habit of a drug addiction. Yeah, and I feel like even if Clavier himself isn't, there's Clavier, and then there's, you know, for example, like Clavier, I would trust not to start that shit on his own. Darien, however, I do not trust. And Darien most definitely gives me the bad influence vibes. In the AJ audio drama, there is a joke about something similar. Interesting. Huh. Oh wait, oh wait, I think I know what you mean. Like in reference to that. Yeah, isn't the you mean the audio drama where Clavier and Apollo have that little duet at the end of it? Because that one is basically them trying to get Clavier some sort of like candy that without it he's just, yeah, exactly. Like he needs a certain type of like either a drink or some kind of like specific candy before a performance, otherwise he just gets like very like stressed and nervous. Yeah, no, I feel like Clavier would definitely be prone to addiction if no one like looks out for him. For sure. For sure. Other than that, his manager is kind of funny. I do like Clavier's manager. They are very silly. Other than that, there's no headcanons that I can think of, like off the top of my head. Besides, you know, 50 Shades of Autism, and Clavier just being an absolute mess, which, to be fair, is, I mean, not even far-fetched, honestly. I'm trying to think, because most of my headcanons are probably like Klapala related. So there is one, but I don't want, it's kind of spoilery, so I'm holding off and I'm not gonna say it, but Dude is a closet Gaviners fan. Do you share the Klapalo ones? Oh god, I'm trying now. I'm trying to think. I mean, with Klapalo, I kind of like the contrasts of and I kind of like to expand on like their like the way they they contrast each other, or they complement each other, I suppose, and like smaller things as well, like Apollo being an early riser and Clavier hating waking up early, you know, that kind of stuff. Because honestly, I feel like Clavier would not. I feel like Clavier would be very grouchy in the morning, very grumpy in the morning. Oh dear goodness. Ugh. One headcanon that I have that I like to imagine that, because it's not it is canon that Kristoff had a dog. You know, he had I still don't know. Is it pronounced with the E or without? Is it Vongol? The dog. It is canon that Kristoff had a dog, and I like to imagine that Clavier just kind of like took her. That was my grandma. That Clavier just took her in after Kristoff was arrested, and you know, started taking care of her. But you know, with everything happening and Clavier not being very mentally stable, I like to imagine that Clavier, after, like at first, I think it's without the E, Vongol. Okay, I like to imagine that Clavier, after taking on Vongol, was like very much struggling at first, not just because he might not just not have known how to take care of a dog, but also because, you know, his mental health. So he kind of was like struggling, trying to take care of himself and another living being. So he had Apollo help out every now and then. And then Apollo would just like offer to like take the dog for walks, or just, you know, come over and help out around the house, or, you know, around the home. Like little headcanons like that, like post Ace Attorney 4, because listen, those two in particular have like so much potential. Like even if you don't look at like the romance aspect of it, just the fact that both of them were like prime targets of Kristoff's fuckery. What's crack-a-lackin', Holmes? Ashi, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We're talking about headcanons. And specifically my Klapalo headcanon. Plural. But yeah, I just like to imagine that like Clavier and Apollo have had a lot more off-screen contact after what happened with Kristoff, because I feel like they should have. And also because, again, I'm not gonna let it go. That interaction between like the interaction, the reunion with Clavier in Dual Destinies in Case 3, the way they talked with each other was like so familiar. Like it hadn't been long since they met each other, or that like since they last seen each other. It was so familiar. You cannot tell me these two have not been spending time together off screen. Like, surely. Excuse me while I am munching on my chocolate. May I recommend Maya get a southwestern burger with jalapeno jack cheese? I'm gonna be uploading a short. I'm gonna be uploading a short of that scene tomorrow. It's amazing. Have you seen Apollo, the artwork of Kristoff without his jacket and earplugs when Apollo is doing his Chords of Steel? I might have, yeah. I think I have. I think I have, yeah. I think I know which one you mean. Also, this music reminds me of something, but I can't tell what. Like, certain parts of this song remind me of another OST. Is it Genshin? I don't know. Might not be. No, wait, is it? Wait. No, it's fucking... Now I know what it reminds... It reminds me of the, fucking... Of a, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel OST. I don't remember if it's the home screen or title screen, but... Okay, yeah, now I know. Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! I miss the right editing agency. I wish they came with us to Korean, because our attention is split between 3 attorneys and 2 places. Yeah. Fair. Just reminds me of South Asian. Also, yeah. Okay, let us continue. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I? Doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end. I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help. Oh, you got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show come true. And so I don't get killed by Mr. Inga. The Steel Samurai versus the Plume Punisher, right? You bet. You look as if you did not sleep last night, Barbhead. It is written all over your face. How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that? I'm all fired up and raring to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Yes? Rayfat doesn't seem in the best spirits herself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. Okay. Guess it was just my imagination. Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya, let's head on in. We're Phoenix Wright and we're fine! All rise! Alright, give me 1 second. I'm just finishing up this last piece of chocolate. Okay. Favorite chocolate? I always kind of switch back and forth. It's either Milka chocolate, just plain, like, Alpine milk chocolate. Just kind of like the default, I guess. Very, very good. Or just like some good old, like, 60 to 70% dark chocolate. One of those two. I have like my phases where I kind of like swap back and forth between the two. Right now, I'm back in my Milka phase, which I kind of like always am around like Christmas and Easter because that's when they sell the Milka, the chocolate Santas and Easter bunnies. So yeah. Now then, if everyone is ready, the defense is ready, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Excuse me. No prayers this time, Prosecutor Samadi. I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder, let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. And today she will be tried for the murder of his disciple, Pare Zelot. Now then, Prosecutor Satmati, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Corionism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment enough. Then, what terrible fate awaits her? What? What's the joke? What's the pun? Hold on. Is there a pun? Maybe there's no pun. A realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer the endless punishment of Jagar by the... I'm sorry, what? Enough! I have no idea what you just said, my guy. My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. I was gonna ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. Nayuta is so pretty, he's a total jerk, but a pretty jerk. You are very correct. Now then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused. As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the high priest's disciple, Pare Zelot. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the purification rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. The war-bat dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. That's gonna be something to keep in mind, I suppose. The war-bat dagger. Lady Kira's weapon of choice. We have already established that the accused's prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it! Hold your tongue. Now, being that the accused, Maya Fey, is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Would the defense care to respond? What do you mean would I care to respond? The accused is innocent and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. Objection. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. What? Dude. Once Her Benevolence conducts her seance, it'll be clear for all to see. Your Majesty, might I have a word? Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sanmari? It is about the divination. Don't say we don't need it. Do not say, oh, we don't need it. Oh? Raifa? Your benevolence? Stop right there, Prosecutor Sanmari. As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about? Barbed Head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees. I'm ready. I don't know what they're doing down there, but I accept your challenge. There's a whole wiki page dedicated to Korainism. The words just sound similar to nearby cultures. No confirmed puns. Fair enough. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. Our only hope now is that what we can glean from the seance vision and Refa's insights. Very well, the divination seance, if you please, your benevolence. Let us begin. Nena. And whoosh!
始祖様の名のもとに、御霊の託戦の儀式を執り行う。皆の者、目を開き、耳を傾けよ。今、奉納の舞をもって、被害者の御霊を呼び戻さん。解くと見よ。水鏡に映し出されし、最後の記憶を。
Hell yeah. Do we get the cutscene? Cutscene! In the meantime, I can eat more chocolate! And welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. I like her chance I forgive all of her crimes. You know what? If she ever does commit any, I feel like we can talk it out. All right, let's see. Raifa does indeed have a tattoo. Wait, did we just see nothing? Was that just nothing? Why wasn't there anything to see? Your benevolence, what in the world? I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail. Oh. What do you mean, just as you thought? What does he know that we don't? My first guess is that maybe my literally first thought is that someone is channeling him. Because isn't it like basically like I would assume that the way she calls on like a person's soul, she can only do so if that person is actually, you know, if that soul is basically floating around. If that soul is basically freely floating around, and maybe channeling kind of, because when you channel someone, that soul gets bound to a living body for a certain period of time, so maybe that's why it doesn't work. Maybe like something blocks it, because even if the guy was like even if the guy was like in that very position as he died, he wouldn't have seen anything probably, but he still would have like heard, felt, like his other senses would have been active. So my immediate thought is that someone is channeling him right now. But the only person we know that can channel spirits is, I mean, Maya is right next to us. And the Queen? Question mark? So that would be the second guess, is that maybe... Oh, his real name is... That could actually be another option. That is that, yeah, like another thought was that maybe he was just alive? But I'm going based on the assumption that they did confirm it. Actually, wait a moment. That is a good point. Like... And I guess that's a point for spirit channeling in general. What if someone changes their name? Would you go with the name that they were called? Like... Until, like, right up until they died. Like, the name that they were... Like, the most recent name that they were using? Or, the one they were born with? Because you need a name to channel someone. And I would assume that it works similarly for the seance. Like, you need to know the victim, or the person's... At least their name, and I would assume also their face. Like, is it based on, like, the name they were using most recently up until they died? Or the name they were born with? I would assume it's just like, the name... If it's just their current name, then I guess... Huh. That is something interesting, yeah. Interesting. Like, if someone undergoes a name change, would you still summon them by their former name? Or the one they currently go by? The one they currently go by would make more sense, because that would be the one they identify with, and the one they would respond to, but... Alright, Nayuta, you got something for us? Lay it on me. I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it... Yep. Yeah, I think it would have to be the name that person identifies with. And in this case, I mean, you could argue that, you know, if someone goes with that name for at least 2 years of their life. Wait a moment. Wasn't there something about... Okay, now I'm having lots of ideas here. Because the High Priest found this guy, Praise-a-Lot. He was also found 2 years ago, just somewhere. But I forgot if they mentioned something about memory loss. Or something along those lines. So... I don't know. And that is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. I am not anything of the sort. The victim's spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through my divination seance, excuse me. Reva. What are we to do without a divination seance? I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them. Oh, fuck you. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt with or without a divination seance. So we just go in the old-fashioned way? You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Sadmati. This is bad. A divination seance was my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So, shouldn't we try to figure out why the divination seance failed? Ooh, getting brownie points with Rafa. Oh, curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance? Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on the accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. Could have made a joke? Not gonna make it. You should fear it, not plead for it. I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday, somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client Maya Fey is innocent. The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Maya, please. You're not helping. How dare you? The voice of Amitama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you. Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It will be best not to burden her any further. This also begs the question, how will one summon the Phantom from Dual Destinies? He has no sense of self, no name, and everything of his personality is borrowed, except the instinctive fear of death. See, that is something that right after finishing Dual Destinies, that has been going through my head the entire time. You know, the thing about Ace Attorney is that death in this universe does not hit as hard as it might in other games. Because spirit channeling exists, because it's an established method of communicating with dead people in this world. So even if someone dies, you can still have that knowledge, like, in-game, but also, like, as the player, you still have that knowledge of, well, they don't have to be gone forever. Like, technically, they could still... You know, technically, they could still be there at some point. With an exception. And that exception being the Phantom. But wait, actually, never mind. Isn't the Phantom alive? I'm pretty sure the Phantom is alive. With the exception, and that kind of sent me down a spiral. But they basically, you know, like, even if a person dies, the characters in-game, like, if assuming they know of spirit channeling, it wouldn't be as devastating because technically you can get a spirit medium to channel them and you can still communicate with them. Anyway, you know who doesn't get that privilege? Bobby fucking Fulbright, because Bobby Fulbright has been dead before we ever met him. And there would be no point in summoning the spirit of someone who does not know you. Bobby Fulbright, literally a stranger to us. If Simon, and to be fair, Simon, I'm pretty sure like Simon wouldn't be the type to make use of spirit channeling anyway, but if he ever wanted to, there would be no point, because he'd be talking to a fucking stranger. So that's a fun little thought. Anyway, that's just something that's been on my mind, and it is agonizing. It is horrible. Phoenix did say people don't die as easily if they have something worthwhile to keep them going or something like that. That is true. He did also say that. Death doesn't feel real in Dragon Ball Z because Dragon Balls exist. But I mean, it is like if you were in this world and you knew that spirit channeling exists, I feel like death wouldn't hit. It would still be, you know, like very horrible. But you could at least have that thought of, I can see them again. Like you'd still be left with that knowledge that it's not necessarily a complete goodbye, you know, like an indefinite goodbye. You could still make use of, for example, like spirit channeling. I feel as though the Phantom and his organization were being set up for something in the next game, but because of Athena's reception, they scrapped it. Possibly. I think they could still do something with it in like a next game. There's still like there's definitely enough potential like content, I guess, for them to like connect. This is just a very like Corine and Phoenix and Apollo focused game. It could still happen. Do I think it will? But it could. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments without the seance? Okay, now he's provoking. No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sanmati suggested. I mean, I would think that is just one main reason, like trauma, maybe spirit channeling. If you don't have any direct connections, could also just be very expensive. Maybe you don't even know it exists. I feel like there's quite a few reasons. And just, you know, I've like maybe like some people, like they just want to move on. They don't want to get stuck in that I guess what could potentially be a cycle. I would definitely make use of it. Like, if I could afford it, I would absolutely make use of spirit channeling. Like, if a loved one died, I would definitely do so. Because at that point, it's like, it's kind of just like reconnecting with a relative or with someone that you only see once a year or something, you know, or once every couple of years. I feel like that's I would do it. I would do it. I'd definitely do it. Thank you, Your Majesty. I will not forget this, barbed head. This will not be the last you see of me. Well, someone's determined. Can you spirit channel pets? That is actually a good question. But I mean, how would you do it? How would you... I feel like that would be very weird. Even if you could, you would have a human act as a pet. I feel like it would be very weird. And also, it would very much frighten the pet. I feel like it's not that would not be a good idea. Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well, if the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin. Hi, Emma. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Sky, I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They are your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on. Hey, he was being kind of nice there. Sort of. There is only one way to save them now, by giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. And there we go. There it is. You could have just said by, like, recounting everything you know, like, truthfully and without leaving anything out. Like, you could have said that, just, like, by giving honest testimony. I can't do this. No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice. Miss Sky. Yes? Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually. I hate that face. It's so sad. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case. Yeah, Nayut has very much like... he backhands a lot. Oh god, I do like him though. I do like him. He is very much a bitch, but I do like him. The latest victim was Perez Zelot. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest. Okay. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far, and I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I gonna do now? What do you mean what you're gonna do? You're gonna do what you always do! Press the fuck out of them! What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zelot. Good point. Because it just might prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed. Oh, maybe it does have something to do with his name. What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second. During my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. Alright. Whoops. What kind of person was Acolyte Zelot? According to the neighbors and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth. I too have heard his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple. Furthermore... in his house for the past 2 years. 2 years? Are you sure about that? We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zelot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see. So the result of the police investigation seemed to check out. But what about before those 2 years? Whoops. Was Mrs. Inme's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim? Huh? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But what? His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced. Interesting. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed. I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright. Here's what I'm thinking. His address was wrong. Oh god, 1 second. I sneezed. I sneezed. Is it just me? Whenever I sneeze, I always sneeze 3 times. I can never sneeze just once. It's always at least 2, like somewhere between 2 to 4 times. Oh god. Ha. Hoo. Ha. Here's what I'm thinking. His address was wrong. Mr. Wright? Even if it was wrong, how would that affect the divination seance? Render, welcome in! Hope you're doing well today! And thank you! You're right. It wouldn't. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know. It is important. For some reason, in other words, we're using a... Oh! It's just telling us, okay. It's just telling us. My 3 lungs were taking turns to sneeze. No, Emma, it is important. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess... Wait. The royal priestess uses a deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit. Why, yes, that is indeed true. Oh god, now my voice is going. If he was using a forged ID and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Corine. An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Rafa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. Oh. I'd always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Corinese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Maybe he knew. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Of course! The answer to that question is always yes. This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense, but if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony. Alright, bet. Okay, let's press this last one. Maya isn't that Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but... that verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. It is no longer a point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so. Fucking watch me! What? No ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts. None? Not a single but? The accused was Nope. The accused was posing as Lady Kira. And she killed Acolyte Zealot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel. That's not true! I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in that case. I have to assume that it's fact now. Now what do we do? Now I know why the divination seance failed, but... nothing's really changed. Which means we're in big trouble. If he really was an illegal immigrant, it's going to be real hard to find out his real name. I guess our only choice is to give up on the whole divination seance thing. Only there was some way to find out the victim's real name. Well, there has to be. Okay, let's... Nope. Let's save. Okay. We don't know his real name. No, Taras autopsy report. By a blade weapon over here, but more The mark on his face is one borne by all members of the Koreanist clergy somewhere on their bodies. Records of who has kept what mark and where are kept at temple. Oh, wait a moment. Could this peach thing? Could that be it? Possibly. You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go with it. That's not it. Okay, hey, it was worth a shot. Okay. Wait, hold on. Abandon this one, you never use for nothing. Well. Oh dear. Oh, yeah. Whew. Wait, did we press this yet? Isn't there some way to track down his real name? No, not if he was an illegal immigrant. Have you actually confirmed that he was in Korean illegally? Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence. But there's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Korean either. Oh boy. Now what do we do? What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered? That's probably our only hope at this point. Our proverbial goose is probably... Man said, Chad, we're cooked. Okay, so it's not that thing. Maya statement that spring was already say when your sanctum. To about immediately someone delivered it. When Mahatma was pressed. I don't know how this is gonna come into play, but some writing on it. There's no name here though. Peach-shaped tattoo. Maybe? Upper back by a related weapon. Spinal cord priest. Feast of Blessings on the day before the rite. Oh, I just saw! I don't know if maybe they mentioned this, but I just saw that Mrs. Inme has a steel samurai watch. Oh, that's so cute. Feast for the right. Feast for The priestess acting as Lady Kira's representative must know her name. That name is Imsan. Speaking this name is unforgivable. Lock this knowledge deep in your heart and devote yourself to prayer. That is the only other thing that mentions a name. There was a luminal. Wait, no. Okay, apparently, okay, maybe I was just, like, different, like, right direction, wrong piece of evidence, I suppose. Sorry, Detective Sky. But the police missed something important in their investigation. What are you talking about? The victim was undeniably a Koreanese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. But it does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Koreanese. Where? I don't see anything that would prove that. It has to be the tattoo, right? Yeah. Look at this tattoo! Right here. Zoom. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach? I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Oh, the victim really liked peaches? I mean, many people do. Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy here in Korea. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. Oh. the sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Question. Is Clavier self-assured, outgoing, music lover, ambitious? Okay. Can only be 3. Clavier, music lover? Definitely. Perfectionist? Definitely. Family-oriented? I would not say so. Definitely music lover and perfectionist. I would not call him a genius. I would not call him overly ambitious either. Don't think he's an overachiever. I think it's more so the perfectionism. I think outgoing, music lover, and perfectionist fits. Yeah, I think out of those, he's definitely a perfectionist. He loves music. And he is very outgoing. I think those 3 are the safe ones. More so than the rest. Yeah. Did not know Aang had a peach tattoo. Apparently he did. Apparently he does. They're a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Wow, Nayuta really loves peaches. You got something to say to us, buddy? I thought no buts. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. After the trial, Maya, right now we have bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. It is not a peach, you say? Then what is it? Take a closer look. Oh, he just colored it in! Oh, yeah. Haven't you seen something like that before? Namely, the tattoo on the High Priest's brow. Okay, so I was on the right track. I just steered into it wrong. This mark is only borne by members of the Koreanist clergy. So that is what you believe it to be? But are they not utterly different shapes? They're not, no. Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Koreanist clergy bear. You're right. Until about 20-some-odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? Alright, one moment. Okay. We're back. I myself bear one on my right... On your right what now? You know what? I gotta agree with Nayuta there. That is TMI. Did not need to know that. Anyway, information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits. That will not be necessary. If you seek information on the clergy, you just have it there. Of course you do. I have it all right here. Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? Say yes. Say yes. There is just one. And his name is real Nemu. Nemu. Wow. He became a monk 20 years ago. I think that's worse than Perez a lot, honestly. Then that must be the victim's real name. What? Why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason. Nick, that's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. Right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented. Is it worse than date man? They're both pretty damn awful. You are but digging your own grave, Defense. We won't know that till we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well. Let the divination seance be held once more. Do we have to watch the cutscene again? Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, Barbed Head, and your foolishness, Francisca, shall yield no gratitude from me. For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, Princess! Ooh! Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You'll regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence. Yeah, if we get the cutscene again, then we're gonna skip it. Once per trial is enough.
始祖様の名のもとに御霊の託戦の儀式を執り行う。皆の者、目を開き、耳を傾けよ。今、奉納の舞をもって被害者の御霊を呼び戻さん。解くと見よ。水鏡に映し出されし最後の記憶を。
Okay, yeah, we're gonna skip this. All right, let us see here. Oh, Bloom Punisher theme heavy. Hey. So he was in the hideout. Because that was definitely the that stone slab. And the handprints. Yeah. Oh god. Oh my. It is just as Mr. Wright surmised. Perez-a-Lot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last, we have seen the victim's final moments. All we could see was the Phoenix! Phoenix! You seem terribly disappointed. Phoenix, come on now, buddy. I know you've got one foot in the grave, but come on now. You're quicker than that. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts? Oh, I did! I found plenty. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. You did? Whoops, sorry about that. What's right? Oh, yeah. Yawn. So, tell us, Prosecutor Sanmati, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The Plumed Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. That's how he's gonna spin it. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation. Hey, that's my Plumed Punisher strap! When you press the Magatama on the Plumed Punisher's belt, okay, Phoenix, come on, we got this. It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye? You'd better not break it! There's only one of those in the whole wide world! Okay, that was... Maya, we still got this, but that was not a great thing to say. It is just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. She sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. It is time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. Why is Maya dumb? Because it's Maya. That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections... Thank you. Slow down there, your majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. I know what they are! But that's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the mitama of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it. Okay, the victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then someone was there. The theme to the plume punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he departed from this world. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. Her benevolence's insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holds there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. No, they're not! I'll just have to go over each and every one of the deceased's sensations very carefully. Okay. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Say what you will about the divination seance and the insights, but they are very pretty. That is true. They are very pretty. Okay. I think we are going to whoops. Save right here. And we are going to continue this next time. Next week, to be precise, because Wednesday is Christmas. So we're not going to be streaming there. We will, however, be back on Friday with more Ace Attorney. So hell yeah. We actually, let me check something. I just want to check, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we have, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we can finish the case next stream. I believe. We should be able to do that. Anyway. We shall be stopping here for today. And the next stream will be next Friday. The 27th, I believe that is? Yes. The next stream will either be tomorrow with some more HSR, some HSR lore hours, or Sunday with Pokemon. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Or maybe it'll be another tier list stream, although I would have to... I don't know. I don't know. But if we stream tomorrow, it'll be something HSR related. For sure. Happy holidays! Happy holidays! Happy holidays indeed. Oh god. Anyway. I thank you all for being here today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. It's a bit of a shorter stream, but that's fine. Oh god. We'll be back at some point within the next days. Stay safe, y'all. Take care. Make sure to follow the Blue Sky, the Twitch, the YouTube, all of that. Good idea, PSM. We're gonna do that once we are through with the entire series, because I don't wanna do a tier list and then leave out, you know, other characters. I don't want to leave out like the Great Ace Attorney or something. I want to do it when we've gone through all the games, when I have a solid impression on all the characters. We might only do another rank. The only exception would be ranking characters, because I don't know, just because we already did one of those for the first trilogy. We might do one for the second trilogy, including the mild spin-offs. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna play the Edgeworth games. I'm going to watch those in my own time. I already know the basics. I already know the basics of what happens in those two games, but yeah, I'm gonna watch someone else play it. Professor Layton will likely not be in the playlist. I don't know. Just because that's like the one game that I've not been too curious about, I suppose. So we might not get that one in. I don't know. We'll see. At the very least, once we are through with the Great Ace Attorney, we're gonna have we're gonna do Ace Attorney tier lists, and we're gonna include either all or just all major characters of the trilogies, the investigation spin-offs, and the Chronicles. But that's still a little bit off, you know. We first gotta finish this game, which is gonna take another while, because we still have like 3 cases left after this one. But yeah, I'm gonna be checking out here. I'm gonna be making a dinner very soon, and I still got some stuff to do. I'm gonna try to make some progress on the HSR tier list. So yeah, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Stay safe. Take care. Follow the social media and the YouTube, the Twitch, and whatnot. Have a lovely rest of your day or night or whatever time it is for you, and I might see you again tomorrow. Might see you again Sunday. Might see you again next week. Bye-bye!